afternoon, folks. Thank you for joining me. My name is the Lady Autist, also known as Tiffany Daniels, and this is another episode of Spilling Tea. So, guys, we're going to start off with, right before I started this vid, the real Laura B went ahead and sent out a tweet in regards to reminding us of the fact that we are indeed still being watched, and everything we are doing and saying on Twitter, on Instagram, on Reddit, on YouTube is being used against JD as ammunition by AH. So, I'm actually happy the real Laura B did go ahead and put out that reminder. I, as a rule, tend to not tag AH in, well, anything that I do, just simply because why is it her business, and I don't feel the need to go over and antagonize her. I don't care about her. I just like to voice my opinions. But anyways, we do need to start watching what we're doing. Now, is it right? Is it fair that we're being scrutinized so tightly when her and her followers get to say whatever they want? Nope. Nope, it's not. But as we all learn as we get older, life's not fair, and we don't want to do anything that's going to hurt JD's case, especially since now it is so much larger than just him. This is also a case that is going to have an influence in regards to all other male victims coming forward. So we got to keep in mind the magnitude of everything this case is going to represent in the future. And really, guys, it's just about watching our P's and Q's. Don't go out of our way in order to trigger AH supporters or AH herself. Don't go seek out their profiles. Don't seek to go and get banned from their profiles, because this goes towards her narrative that we are bullying and harassing her. It feeds into it, guys. It feeds into it, into her narrative that she is a victim and all of us crazy fans are bullying her. Okay? We're not doing ourselves any favors by doing this sort of thing. I understand your anger, and I won't say I've been entirely guiltless, including this morning where I did the Mushu from Mulan with the whole dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. I know I don't think it's largely inflammatory at all, but I could see someone like her as taking it that way. She would certainly use it against me, especially if she thought that I was easy prey. So, what we do? It's simple. We gotta start sticking to the facts when we're talking about this case, guys. Yes, we can voice our frustration. We can absolutely voice our support for AH. We can even voice our anger when it comes to this case. But it's going to be how we do it that is going to be watched very closely. Anything that can be construed as bullying or harassment or any of that type of behavior can and will be used against them. So just something we all need to start keeping in mind. And Laura Bree, I do appreciate you bringing that up to all of our attention. Now, what I have decided on my part to start doing is the same thing I started to do with those who were baiting us in the Actually Autistic hashtag just a few weeks back. I know you heard me talk about it a little bit. Instead of engaging with anyone that, and you can tell when they actually just don't know and when they really are seeking out to bait you. If I see something that is insinuatory and it's looking to bait me, I'm going to do this. I'm going to drop a link to Incredibly Average Brian's videos in case there's somebody else who's reading it who might have a clear enough mind to go ahead and do their own research. And then I'm going to ghost and block the person of the incendiary post. I would suggest that everyone do the same, whether it's just posting information on the case and ghosting it, posting the vids and ghosting them. Just other than that, don't engage. Don't engage. That's what I'm going to start doing. I've been rather sarcastic in some of my responses. That stops now. I'm just going to drop the link, ghost and block, and that's it. And that's really all I got to say on that particular side of things. Just always remember we are being watched. Now, moving on forward, recent news as of yesterday. JD is still getting paid for Fantastic Beasts 3, which is great. I'm glad they're still paying him. They kind of have to due to the contract that he was under. But I digress. However, WB's not getting the point, folks. This is not about the money. Not for him, not for us. It is the point that they did not stand by a domestic abuse survivor while he was going through a difficult time. It's about loyalty. It's about this, not really, basically it's about kicking an abuse survivor when they're down, in spite of all the evidence that's on his side. It's about them looking after their wallets and reputation before the actors and the people who help bring in the box office bucks for them. So, keep getting that petition out. Keep getting people signing. Keep getting people to reach out to Warner Brothers and in a respectful manner just inform them that, hey, we're sorry, we're glad he's getting paid, but unless you reinstate them, we're not going to be watching. As for me, I'm more of a Lord of the Rings fan. For me, the Harry Potter series, the Fantastic Beasts series even, it doesn't match the scope, the depth, the overall beauty and majesty that I find in Lord of the Rings, whether it's the books or the movies. It just doesn't. It just doesn't for me. And really, the only real draw for the Fantastic Beasts movies for me, of course, was JD. And in the first one, it was Colin Farrell, because he is a disability rights ally. He's actually done a couple of interviews on it, and he's been mentioned a few times in one of our mags called Jason's Connection. So I basically watched it for those two and didn't really have any other interest other than supporting the two of them. Now that JD's being removed, I don't have any interest in it at all. I just don't. And there's a lot of people that feel that way. So, hopefully, if we keep respectfully explaining to the WB we're sorry, we're glad he's getting paid, but we're still boycotting the film, and this is the reason why, they'll get the picture and they'll do what's right. I mean, after all, they're already going to have to pay him. It only makes sense to go ahead and use him instead of having to pay him, pay another actor, pay to keep off the movie for another year. But we'll see what happens as that develops. Now guys, that is all I've really got for you today. Again, as always, this is a small channel here. I don't really get a whole lot of views. So if you could please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the comments. Again, remember guys, we are being watched. So, we gotta start keeping that in mind. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.